What's up guys, today I played in my first ever solo Cash Cup and I of course didn't do too well since it was my first, but I'll be battle reviewing my games to see what I could have done better, so hopefully I can do better in next week's Cash Cup. I started my first game of the Cash Cup at 103, which is just fine. I wanted to start it like 4 or 5 minutes late so I can get like into the bot lobbies, and for some reason like that's the whole purpose of starting it like a little bit later. But I just completely forgot that, and I didn't WP. I wanted to get into the least fight possible when that's literally the whole purpose of getting into the first game later on. The bus, like, it went from, I think, Dirty to Holly. So it was like super high up, and I wanted to go Satellite because that's like my main drop in arena, in tournaments and everything. But I was like, I was checking just in case because it started to be contested more often, and I was right. Luckily I had a very bad drop, so I saw literally nobody went Slurpee, I think, except for one kid that came later on that I saw. But like Slurpee was so free. Like I'm starting to see the big POIs are like, well, not the good ones like Reliever's Beach and Lazy, but other big POIs like this are not that contested. Saw the shotgun vending machine. Oh my god, I feel like these are so rare for me. Like I barely get them, so I was super excited when I saw it. I wanted to get super deep into the first zone so I could just chill there for second, third, and hopefully fourth, but I saw a couple of bases and I didn't know if people were in them, so I didn't want to risk it, so I just spaced up at the edge. I actually don't know why I thought I would need Storm Surge stacks. It's the first game. I started 3 minutes late, so I'm sure it wasn't gonna be a stacker. I saw this person rotate, so I was like, ooh, let me get him. Wow, I'm just so good. He got demolished. So I'm getting into my first game. That game was like a warm-up. It didn't even count, basically. It's just like, I knew he was bad, so I just let him kill me, so like, yeah. No one landed here this game, which is weird because I'm so paranoid. I feel like someone's landing here every time, so I don't loot everything. So I feel like that's a mistake on my part. I should like actually check if there's someone or not, because in the map I don't see anyone, but apparently there was someone over there. Not sure about that. But like if I'm able to like notice if there's someone in Slurpee and where they are, that's gonna be so helpful, because they're probably gonna have the same mentality as me as, oh, I don't want to fight off spawn, let me just take this building and leave, which leaves me to the rest of Slurpee. These little things kind of scare me, but according to some pros, they're actually good, so I was like, okay, let me give them a try. This was a mistake on my part. I don't know why I based up here. Wait. Unless it wasn't edge. Let me check. Yeah, it was edge. Well, that's a big mistake on my part. I have a car. I could have gone way more in. I don't know why I decided to base up here. Just because there's rock. I feel like another mistake I was making in the Cash Cup was like, I was very scared to fight. Because I felt this is my first ever Cash Cup, so I don't know like how good people are gonna be, and I just treated everyone like they were mongrel, which of course I don't want to jump in like some random kids' boxes, but take some fights, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to go this way because I saw that that side, the right side, was free, so I was like, oh, since it's free, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna see it and think it's free, so they're gonna go there so I can have this side free. And I was very wrong, so that's mistake number 87,000. I was looking at him because I was like, oh, maybe he's gonna rotate, but he doesn't need to. I don't need to wait for anyone to rotate because I can just go from the back towards the right, and I don't think he's gonna beam me. And then this kid comes, and I'm still in the mentality of, I don't want to fight, come on, just space up. And he's trying to jump in my box without even knowing like what mate he is. No information on me at all. I don't know what I'm doing either. Like, I gotta get like a big mistake I do is that so many people jump in my box, and to jump in my box, because I'm always based up in brick, you have to hit it at least twice. So I need to get in the habit of when I see the ramp that they're trying to face with, I need to open a window, open something, and smack them, because that's gonna tell them to give me space. I'm not that stupid, and calm down, because they're always treating me like I'm a freaking big pot. I was just trying to rotate in. I need to pay more attention to the zones. And then this guy's just waiting for me. And again, I didn't do Slurpee properly, so I had nothing other than a medikit. I was able to rotate into circle, but I got super lucky that the guy didn't chase after me, because he knew I was white. He tagged me while I was gliding. This guy, he didn't, like, that's the thing with these games. I kept getting rushed without anyone knowing any information about me. He didn't know who I was. I don't even know if he saw me come out of storm, because if he did, okay, that's a reason to push me. He's like, the way he rushes is just like very, very uncaring. Like, he's not cautious about anything. He doesn't have any counter piece control, and I'm able to identify that. So I place a cone. He has a spaz for no reason. I'm pretty sure I have a gray pump. And I'm able to place a cone. I reset, and resetting was just instinct I had, because if I was healthier, I would have probably shot at the floor. If I would have shot at the floor, as you can tell, he wasn't trying to break through this. He was gonna edit right away, which would have got me killed. So good thing my instinct backed up on, and I reset that, because I would have been so... I need to place more cones, which is what made this a bad angle, that he placed a ramp so he could see me through anything. I have no heals other than bandages, and he's not gonna let me pop bandages, so I had to make a peek. I had to make a move. I had to let him know to back off. And since I got this lucky shot, I think it was max damage since I had a gray pump. So I was like, okay, it's now or I'm dead. So I decided to hold it for a little, because he's getting anxious. He's boxed up. The ramp is the only thing he has. So I wait for him to get a little bit more impatient, and then I strike. Should have done was tarp from here to here. Oh, never mind. There's someone there. I thought that was empty. I could have done a diagonal tarp like this towards him, because I don't think he was looking at me. I don't even know if anybody knew I was there at the moment. I knew there was someone on top of me, but clearly they weren't paying attention, so I could have rotated like this. I waited way too much, especially when I knew I couldn't even get tagged by the storm once. So I need to rotate a little bit earlier on first moving. I saw these kids fighting, so I was like, okay, I gotta fight people. So I'm gonna try to third party. And I was trying to get some tags, but I saw the guy died. So I was like, okay, now's my time. Guy calling me. He didn't look too good. I was missing every edit in the Wild Wild West, and he was white, so I was like, okay, well, he's dead. I wasn't able to get some tags, but I tried to be more confident, since I'm always playing realistics. He started building up, and then he bases up, but this thing I always do, like the two walls and then the floor, I always do, and it's a complete waste of mats, because the whole reason I do it for is so that he can't open that triangle and hit me, right? But it's so unnecessary. I clearly know he's inside of the box, so I can just... What I could have done was... And I could have pressured this wall. And if he didn't have anything inside his box, did he? Let me check. Nope, he did not have anything inside his box. I'm pretty sure he was just planning on that I was going to drop on this wall, because he has his blueprints out. So I couldn't build it a ramp right builded a floor right here, and then pressured this wall. And since he anything in that box, I can face a sideways ramp, and he's very obviously gonna go over here or drop down, getting anxious. And that's just what he did. He got anxious with the fight. He started building up instead of box fighting. Got a little cheeky 36. And he had a big shot off me. I don't know why he didn't place that ramp quicker. Either way, he got caught off by that box, so he decided to go back. I don't know how he hit this like 360, 180, but he did. And then he got even more anxious and started spraying, so this is just a done deal. He started doing that. Again, oh, what am I doing? I missed that shot. I'm so good. Rotating because I, of course, the same mistake from the other games is that I didn't look at circle, so I had no heals. That guy was shambles, and this guy saw that I was shambles because he beamed me out of the sky. I started with 105 health, and he got me all the way down to 22 because he just beamed me out of the sky, and he wasn't stupid. So he just chased me for the rest of the game, and I was dead. I tried my best to escape because when you know you're gonna die, you might as well waste everything you have, and that's exactly what I did. I had no mats left, and he of course killed me. In the 5th game, I got a tag on one kid, but he just launched right away, so I just recycled the pad and rotated. And I did not see the kid over here. So I was like, oh, nobody, I can relax. And then I hear the car is rushing me. And I was like, no way, I'm gonna hide behind this and he's gonna keep going, right? I don't wanna fight right now. And no, I thought I didn't hear the car anymore, so I was like, okay, he left because I don't hear the car anymore. But no, he just got out and decided to rush me. I was very caught off guard by this. I got startled, and then the guy just pushed me with a tag of 30. Like, what? The shot to get him to back off, but I didn't get I don't know what I'm doing. I should have hit him while he was pressuring my 2 walls, like edit both of them or something like that, or make a window peek, and I would have been fine. In this next game, Son pulled over here, and I know you gotta get middle of center of first zone so that you could have a better chance of getting 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So I just found this really nice hill. I looked at the map, I found the hill, I went there, and I just based up there in wood. I don't know why I keep basing up in wood. I'm done basing up in wood. Next week I'm only basing up in metal and brick because after these games I keep getting like lit on fire. I saw people fighting in Storm, and I had a sniper, so I was like, ooh, let me try to hit a sniper. I am so bad with snipers, but this kid, like, he was just standing there, so I was like, okay, let me try. And I got so lucky by that. I'm just kidding, I didn't get lucky, I'm just the best in the world, guys. But the rotate that I do for 4th zone is not the worst. I did get shut up by this height player, but I didn't waste too many. Oh my, I thought I didn't waste any, like, nothing over like 50 mats doing that, but now I'm realizing I wasted at least 200 mats protecting myself. Like, that's such a big mistake. I shouldn't be wasting that many mats rotating into 4th zone. I got shot at. Okay, yeah, these walls are. Okay, that's enough. That should have been it. Maybe like one wall, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just by that, like, that was super unnecessary. Actually, the positioning I got, apart from the potential getting sprayed by these 2, I don't know how likely that is, but it's not the worst. This guy just decided to, like, super late rotate, which was smart by his part because absolutely no one was looking at him since he was height. Like, open my cone and floor. I could have tarped with my floor and stair towards him, dropped maybe a layer because my mats weren't too good, and been on top of him, and it would have been fine. For this, a same mistake as the other game, I based up in wood, and I got lit on fire. I don't know how. There was like, I didn't bring a car. I rotated by foot. I didn't see any gas cans. I have no clue how he exploded something that caused my whole base to go on fire. And then I started building with brick, and the brick was fire, which made no sense. And then this guy, I came out of nowhere with his car and hit me for 40. This guy was definitely not gonna disengage, and I was just trying to drink my big pot. Disengage without leaving the base, which was like definitely not gonna happen. I thought he was gonna like go his way, but he definitely wanted to kill me. So I knew I had to take the fight. I hold it, and he had this right hand peek. So, wait, I didn't notice he had this open as well. Because if he had both thing open, and he was trying to shoot at me, I couldn't open this side. Because if I open this side, he just crouches over here. But if I open this side with a big angle, I'm able to pump him off. I can slide in a ramp if he doesn't reset quick enough. And then when he does reset, I can take the wall and hopefully pump him before he goes down. So I tried it there, but instead of doing this wall, which is what I should have done, I did this one, and I didn't get any shot because he of course went this side. I put in the stair, but it was kind of useless because he was on top of it. And then he just psychos me. He hit me for 100, I think. And right now, since they get impatient like this, when they do, I try to open an edit or just pre-fire them and then replace my wall, which is I'm pretty sure what I do in this scenario. Never mind, I just open it like this, and same mistake that I said before, which was I make the peanut butter peak and I crouch towards the left so that they can see me, but I start the peanut butter peak already in a visible angle, so they're clearly gonna see me. I never land Slurpee, but somehow I always get a good drop for the weapon that spawns on the rooftop of main building. So I saw these kids. I thought this one had a weapon. Apparently he didn't. So I was like, okay, well, they're trying to pickaxe each other. They're definitely not going to notice me. So I'm just going to try to kill them since I have the weapon. I get the kill on this one, super lucky. And then this one too. I don't know how the bullet phased through his cone, but it did. Caused me to die this game. This guy just out of nowhere, I heard nothing. He just came and he phased through everything. And I pull out my sniper. I'm just an intellectual. Yeah, I'm godly. Of course, of course. We're fighting inside a building. And he like wouldn't leave me alone. It was the most awkward fight because he just kept doing these weird peeks. And I got impatient because I wanted to keep looting. He wasn't looting. He wasn't doing anything. He just kept pushing me without pushing me. He was like you saw right there. He did a peanut butter peek and then sprayed my floor and cone. And I have no peek on him. So I can't do anything about it because if I take his wall, he's gonna end up taking it back. What I think I could have done is done a like Martos peak where he opens these two tiles, and then you can jump. And while I jump, I could have taken his wall when he resets it and full on like push them because he was playing super cautious, so he probably wasn't the best with that type of aggression. So I should have done that. I take his wall and I can box him up. This was my last game, so I just wanted to get some kills and the win. I was able to get 2 kills off spawn, so that was good. I heard a kid and I was like, okay, so I'm in a low elo. I finally realized I was in a low elo matchmaking, so the people here weren't gonna be as good. So I was like, okay, I got this. I can kill this guy. And I just saw him like this. I can't even shoot him through the tiny peaks. started drinking some minis, and I got absolutely lasered by the guy up top. And I knew since I got lasered and he of course heard it, he was gonna rush me. So I just had that peek out, and then I saw he was white. I don't know why I didn't realize I was white too. But I was like, okay, he's white, he's dead. And that was very easy. He kept swinging for that, and I knew the other guy was gonna push me because he saw I was low. So it was like, okay, this guy has some mats, so I can allow myself to base up here. And he ended up facing the thing, and since he faced the ramp into my box, I knew he knew that I knew that he knew that I'm gonna go sideways. And I was like, okay, so he's probably gonna think I'm gonna go that side, so I'm gonna go this side. And I was wrong, but luckily I was able to react quick enough to notice, okay, never mind, he guessed it. And this was a mistake by his part. Instead of pre-boxing this, I would have been completely dead if he did that. He just decided to hop on in, like, for no reason. Hop on in, miss that shot, and then he's fully boxed. He can't go anywhere. Literally can't. So I missed. Oh, never mind. I hate that shot. He replaces the stair, but for no reason because he didn't edit it. And then I'm just aim dueling at this point. It was good that I built it before taking the pad. And 50 people placed the pad, so I was like, okay, let me get even farther in since there's so many pads. And I don't think this was a mistake I did of keeping to tarp, because there wasn't really anything to look back on since there were so many pads. I saw this guy and he kind of wanted to fight me, so I had this peek ready, but I unfortunately did not get the shot of him. The same thing, I need to put a cone in my box. And he started pressuring the top, so I knew he was not looking anywhere else. So I tried to get a peek on him over here. And I was right because he just smacked the wall. And then he faces in. And he just keeps on spraying. And spraying. Overall, the mistakes I did were very repetitive, and I feel like I can fix them very easily if I just play more scrims and practice my in-game tarps more so that I can conserve mats and find consistent refreshes towards half and half. Over this week, I'm gonna focus on doing more scrims and really putting all my energy into fixing all the mistakes that I made in this catch up. So hopefully in next catch up, I'm gonna be aiming for 100 points. I don't know if that's a little too much to ask for. I really don't have a standard or a really understanding of what's too much, what's too little to ask for in these catch ups, since I have not much experience with them. But hopefully I can reach that expectation, and if I don't, then it was a good goal to set because it makes me want to try to get it, and if it's too ambitious, then I still try even harder. Let me know if you guys want to see this type of video in next week's Cash Cup, and I'll make sure to do it if you guys enjoy these type of videos. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and let me know what you think down below, and give me some video ideas. I'll check them out. Until the next one, peace.